Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99 back on the fight front once again, man. Damn, here I am. I'm back, man. Here to do my post-fight thoughts on Rose Namajunas versus Jessica Andrade. Rose, she lost the strawweight title via second round stoppage to Jessica Andrade. Jessica Andrade with a very, very violent neck slam of Rose Namajunas. Pretty much slammed and knocked her out cold. Referee went on and stopped it before she got some strikes in. The only thing I can say about this fight, the major lesson in this fight is, staying committed to a plan. Whenever you think the win looks easy, it's never that easy. You know what I mean? Just because it looks easy, it's not going to be easy. It takes a lot of work to make things look easy, and you got to stay committed to a game plan. I think Rose Namajunas, she kind of got too comfortable in that second round, and Jessica Andrade, she just stayed determined like she did in the first round. I mean, she was losing badly in the first round. She was leaking. She got busted up and outclassed, but her determination never went down. She looked frustrated, but her determination never went down. She was still always swinging with the same intensity, even though they were amateur strikes. But she was always grabbing at Rose, trying to grab on. She was always trying to slam her. And that going back, that just shows you what determination does over somebody who's just somebody with a high IQ. You might have one fighter over here with a high IQ and a lot of tools, but if you're not committed to a plan with all those tools, then you'll fail. If you don't use those tools wisely, you'll fail. Where you might have somebody over here is one-dimensional. They only do the one thing that they know, and they do it really well, and that's all they have, but they don't stop. And they're just relentless with it. They're determined with it. They're hungry with it. If they just keep on coming at you, and they keep missing, sooner or later they're going to land. Especially if you're not determined or you get too comfortable, that person's going to land. It goes back to a fight with Harold Graham versus Julian Jackson. Julian Jackson was getting outboxed for like 4 or 5 rounds by Harold Graham. Harold Graham, just jabbing and moving. He was boxing nicely. He kept Julian Jackson on the outside for like good 3, 4, 5 rounds. But it was in that 5th round whenever he got too comfortable and Julian Jackson just closed the distance. He landed a big right, a big left, and just knocked Harold Graham the hell out right on his back. He was out cold. Did look one-dimensional against a better boxer. He has more tools, but that power is what he really depended on. And he really felt that he was going to get the knockout, and he just stayed determined until he got it in that fight. But going back to this fight with Rose and Jessica Andrade, first round, man, it was just a beautiful picture that Rose was painting. Very good textbook plan. They met in the center of the octagon. Rose just started using the double jab right away. 30 seconds, a minute into the round, she just kept jabbing Jessica Andrade right in the face till she was leaking over the left eye. Just mixing in some good straight right hands. Just using some great straight punches to keep the shorter fighter at a distance and just bust her up. And that was a great plan. Using some good front leg kicks to keep her back. It was an overall good plan of just feinting and using good angles. And that was the good thing about Rose's footwork. Her footwork is a little bit different than Joanna, where Joanna's kind of fast, rapid, fast in and out. She can step to the side too, but Rose kind of feints and steps to, she's always side to side movement. She's always using a good side to side movement. And that's what she was doing with Jessica Andrade. Jessica just kept anticipating and waiting. And by the time she was done waiting, there was like 2, 3, 4 more jabs in her face. But she was able to close the distance like in the middle of the round. And this was the first sign now. When she closed that distance and grabbed Rose, she picked her up and she tried to slam her. But Rose kind of survived that first slam and kind of landed on her knee or on her legs a little bit. And Jessica Andrade, she didn't let go. She picked her up again and held her in the air for a second, kind of walked with her. And Rose was kind of calm. She was just waiting for the slam. She got slammed on her back. Rose survived that one, but that was a big sign right there. And when she landed on her back, she got a hold of Andrade's arm and tried to get the arm bar, but Andrade slipped out. Rose kind of finished that separation with a kick, and she got back up, and she went back to striking again. Overall, that first round, it was just a good textbook plan. It was kind of like what Joanna was doing, but a little bit more dominating and a little bit more powerful because, like I said, she had Andrade leaking already, and the power looked like it was really frustrating Jessica Andrade, but, she was frustrated, but she wasn't out. Second round, Rose started with the same game plan, boxing again, boxing nicely, just kind of moving around, good boxing movement, popping the jab off, kind of waiting and feinting. kind of staying in the pocket a little bit to try to bait Andrade in, which was getting dangerous because every time she would wait, she would kind of pull back now. She wasn't using the angles anymore. She would pull back, and Andrade would miss her chin just by a hair. She would kind of rush forward. She would bull rush forward, just kind of throw those wild hooks that were missing. And believe me, I kind of felt like if a hook landed, Rose was going to get knocked out in this round. I was kind of feeling like she would either get rocked or she would get knocked out. I didn't really think she was going to get slammed or knocked out by a slam. I really kind of felt like Andrade was going to stop her with a punch if Rose kept staying in the pocket like that. But if Rose stayed in the pocket, she needed to, tighten up with the power shots, if she wanted to do that. She needed to get more respect out of Andrade. But like I said, she would Rose would start stepping back a little bit. And as Jessica Andrade would step in, she kind of would, escape out like the matador. She would step out to the side and get back to the center of the octagon. But I didn't like the movement after a while. She would kind of go straight back, just kept stepping back and kind of pulling back with her chin. And next move she made that was a big mistake was whenever she was near the cage, Jessica Andrade got a big hold of her again, picked her up, and slammed her right on her neck, man. And she was just out, man. She was just like a quivering victim right under Jessica Andrade. And Jessica Andrade went to, land a few strikes, but ref saw that she was out and she stopped it, man. And he stopped it. There was nothing much to say, man. That was all she wrote, man. Rose was just out, man, after a good game plan that was being executed in the first round. She got caught sleeping and she got put to sleep, And that's why I say, man, I call Jessica Andrade once one-dimensional fighter, but I feel like she's, her determination is always high. She'll fight anybody. That's why I give her a lot of respect in this fight. She really fought her way up the strawweight rankings. She beat everybody they put in front of her. Same with Rose. Rose, she's fought everybody. She hasn't ducked anybody. And even in this case, after a long layoff, she jumped right back in the ring or getting in the octagon against a very dangerous monster, And coming off a neck injury, then lose by getting slammed on your neck too, man. That was just like, wow, that's just deadly, man. After I saw Rose laying there for a while, I almost thought she was, paralyzed. God willing, I was like, oh man, I hope she's not. But yeah, overall, man, I just really felt like this was a good fight. It was a really, really solid fight for both strawweights. It was kind of an eye opener for Rose where she kind of felt like, in the second round that she didn't want to be there. She felt like she kind of got comfortable in the octagon all of a sudden. She kind of lost what she was doing in the first round and didn't really want it anymore. And it showed, because at first I was kind of like, she looked a little bit like she's getting tired or she's getting too comfortable. And, she just kind of lost focus, and if you lose focus in the middle of a fight against a very dangerous opponent like Andrade, you really do probably want to question if you should go back in there, because anytime you feeling like you lose focus, that's a life-threatening situation, especially in this game, man, especially in mixed martial arts or boxing. You never want to go in there and say, oh, I went in there and lost focus. You got to be prepared to be focused for however long the fight lasts, So from here, I think Rose should take a little break. Maybe she's just feeling like, has them post-fight blues where, she lost and, she has to find that hunger back. But I don't know. The way she said that, man, maybe she needs to ponder retirement. I mean, she's still a young girl. She has a lot of other talents, too. So maybe she shouldn't waste her youth fighting. It's not for everybody. Maybe she should just take a chill and, see what else she can do. Because, like I said, she has other talents, and why waste them if you don't feel like you're 100%? Especially in the octagon, you got to be 100%, man. But shout out to Jessica Andrade. She won the championship fair and square. I was going for Rose, but hey, Jessica Andrade did what she had to do. This is what she wanted. Do I think she'll have a long title reign? It's hard to say because, like I said, no disrespect, I feel she's one-dimensional. And I think the winner of Suarez-Anzarov would give her all she could take, especially after watching these tapes now. Somebody's going to figure her out, especially all they got to do is watch the Joanna tape, you know what I mean? all they got to do is watch that Joanna tape to figure out what Jessica Andrade is about, man. But yeah, overall, man, good fight. I want to see Rose make the wise decision. You know, if it's retired, so be it. Jessica Andrade, want to see her end with the Suarez Azaroff winner, or if Michelle Waterson want to give it to her. you know what? You know, man. But yeah, that's all I got on this, guys. Let me know what you guys thought of the fight overall. Just make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Peace.